going on at the local companies, at the local universities, a lot of the detail about this and that in biotech. You should notice, oh, here's an area I can go to where I am getting daily information of note, and a person like me really cares about it. Not hiring me. As opposed to a print first model would say, so the reporter in that scenario is really thinking about how do I engage or follow in highly interested people. That's the first step. And then from that, how do we extract what's notable for a broader audience, people who just sort of want to know what's going on in San Diego. And then how do we develop that for people who are print readers, who want something that's more designed or analytical or more narrative. The reporter who's writing in a newsroom where the writers are working for the people who run print, their objective is, I need to try to achieve a front-page story, or at least a section of that story. And so there's only so much room. I need to sort of load up and perfect my article. And so that my output, the way I think about my day, is really going to be focused on achieving a newspaper story. So I think both create a difference. And I'll give you one example. Early on when I was here, I went to breakfast with the military. They did this to me at work. So I went to this Marine Advisory Council breakfast. And so you go in there, and lots of you have probably been there. It's a big room filled with the whole hierarchy of the military in San Diego, along with all the industry. It's a big networking thing, and there's a speaker. The speaker's usually a person who's pretty notable in the military, but not always, that everybody in the world is care what the person is. So the first week I went there, and it was this guy, Jim Mantis, who commands like a tenth of America's armed forces. So he's sort of a bigger heel guy. Although it's a very friendly audience, if anything's going to happen, it's not going to be super big. And the publisher was with me, and he said, don't we have a reporter here? Because what he saw was, oh my God, there are like 400 or 500 people here who are well connected. Certainly they're going to want to read about this. And think of the networking and the whole story of the opportunity. And I think in a web-first world, absolutely you read about that because you need to be there to talk to your highly interested audience about what's going on. But there was nobody there. And the reason was they were working for a print newspaper. And my gosh, General Maddox, what's he really going to say? And can I really afford to invest a third, half of my day in something that's not going to generate a cover story? I need to be so. When you really think about the details, and for those of us who work in newsrooms, you understand, oh my God, this really will be.
So, for a lot of websites, you'll see, as I said, you'll see the story today that you'll see in the paper tomorrow, or that you'll see on television tonight, or what have you.
Right.
That may or may not be the case. There'll be a lot of the same stories, but they may be different form and structure.
Yeah, in fact, there'll be far more stories online than you would ever see in the newspaper. The newspaper will be the most notable things, and among that group, the most notable things, much more developed and crafted than you'll see online. So, if I were putting out the business section, and I looked at the daily goings-on in biotech and telecom and small business, whatever else we have on that list, energy. We look at those and say, well, what's really going on? What are the big items? Oh my gosh, that's a big story. This reporter, I need you to work with me, the graphic artists, the designers, the photographers, to develop this into a big package. So timeout on your every minute of your day because we need to selectively develop this other time. So I mean, our model is not to be, we're not trying to turn the UT into a website. That's a big mistake. We're trying to play across several media. So we need to get organized in such a way that allows us to make these choices and trade-offs, right? To develop the system. So if you read our entire website, get a little reader going, you read all the items, and then you read the newspaper, yeah, you'd see a lot of those items. That's not really the way people consume news, so
Sure.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, another quote. Chris Weisman, your managing editor, is she here now? Or?
She's in Italy right now.
All right.
I'm not sure how she got that, and I got this.
She said, I understand in a tweet, although this is a whole lot more than 140 characters, that her first task will be to lead the redesign and page size reduction of the printed issue. Planning on a real redesign. Rethink coverage priorities, sectioning, storytelling approaches, reconsider the structure of the newsroom to support the effective high-impact multi-platform publishing. So, the physical paper size will be, what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, that's a business end thing. That's not anything that either Chris or I control, but yeah, the paper, at some point, I'm just going to pause for a second because this is the kind of thing where they send notice to the advertisers and there's a little bit of business requirements around this. But all the big metro papers are resizing the web width into a narrower width, and don't be surprised if UT doesn't do the same thing. So that's one thing that's going on. That provides an opportunity to get in and say, is this really designed? So Chris Wiesman is the president of SMD. That's why she's in Italy, the international organization. And she has a very high level of experience of working with newspapers around the world on design. So fortunately, we'll have her working on our design, so I'm looking forward to that.
Does a new look come to the paper with that? Not with lots of color and Gary headlines and graphics, but some better, or does it still look substantially like the UT?
No, I don't think pen has been put to paper, so somewhere in between. I mean, the design of the UT has got, the design of newspapers has to be for newspaper readers. And I would say an error that I would perceive by newspapers, and I'll come at it from a certain point of view, to try to not be a newspaper is a huge mistake, right? For the big established media voice to not be the establishment voice, to me, again, is a mistake. So some things that I think newspapers have chased after, how can we get young people to read a newspaper? Well, I don't know how, but that's not what we're going to try to do. How can we fill every information need? What are the unmet information needs that people want? I think that's like way too broad a question with the licensing agreement meetings. What you want to know from readers is, what does a great local print newspaper look like to you? And so that's the kind of design that and what does that look like? That's what I have heard.
Am I wrong in thinking that just in the last month or so, the front page looks a little more like the front page of the B section used to look? There's a lot more local news on the front page.
Yeah, there definitely is way more